Philip Morris, Australia's biggest tobacco company. Did you know that they make donations? Are they to the Smith family or cancer research? Well, we know where one donation goes. To the Coalition. To Barnaby Joyce's party, the National Party. We're looking at the fresh batch of data from the AEC, the Australian Electoral Commission. It only comes out but once a year. And what have we got? The usual suspects, the billionaires, the government's media allies, large corporations, fossil fuels are throwing money at both the major parties. So if you wonder why you don't seem to have any political voice in Australia's society, it's because you are not paying your dues. You're not giving money to the politicians. And how easily can they be bought? The Big Four, that is the biggest, most powerful financial firms in the world, EY, PwC, Deloitte and KPMG, they are huge political donors. Together, the Big Four donate $670,000, at least in the last set of figures. What did they get in government work in return for providing their invaluable, golden, incredibly sophisticated advice to government? $1.74 billion over 18 months. So they've sprung through the $1 billion threshold of government contracts for paper shuffling a year. Because as we know, the government is outsourcing the bureaucracy. It is privatising the very functions of government itself, as though it would be a good idea to pay PwC people that don't know what they're doing to go in there, learn what they're doing, charge a lot more than the public service would, and then, of course, pay them. So why are they even called political donations? Aren't donations you give to a good cause for nothing in return? Perhaps a tax deduction? Well, you get a tax deduction for these political donations, but they're not really donations, are they? Because you are wanting something in return. Therefore, they are bribes. You pay people to get something that you want. Now, there may not be, and we've analysed this sort of stuff for years, there may not be a direct quid pro quo. It doesn't really work that way. It works more like mafia movies, like the Goodfellas going to do the shakedown. It's a protection racket. In order to be a player in this political game, in this political milieu, you just pay your way. So it goes both ways. The businesses and the billionaires, they give money to get what they want and to keep in the good books, to be protected from adverse legislation that might do the general public, the ordinary people, the quiet Australians, a good turn, good policy, because the government, they can also ask for donations, and they do ask for donations. The the treasurer, the Liberal Party treasurer, or the Labor Party treasurer, they come round and they say, look, can we get some money off you? Because we're doing an incredibly great job. And if you don't pay them, well, you're not part of the game, you're not a player. There's so much to go through here that we encourage you to look at the story, look at the charts that we've done, look at the tweets and the Facebook posts, because there's a lot of information to get through. And no doubt, as we fossick through things and do company searches and so on, we'll find some interesting names, some colourful names in there. But make no mistake, these are payments for services rendered, political protection. They are not donations. That's a namby-pamby charitable name, denoting a good deed. This has nothing to do with good deeds. This is a betrayal of ordinary Australian people, people who vote. That is the problem. This kind of crony capitalism is endemic. It's across the world. But some countries have moved to do something about it. Ireland, for instance, has capped donations at around $1,000, so no one person or gigantic big company can pay more than that. If you want to fund the political process, you can make your $1,000 thing, but there's no fear nor favour. It is egalitarian, it has integrity, it is real policy. Now, what can we do here? I mean, we get accused a bit of whining about things, and when someone's got to do it, carrying on about the ills of the world and the political system and gigantic, big, nasty corporations. Well, there's some very easy quick fixes here. The best will be just to ban donations, lifetime donations. These figures, they don't even reflect the bribes ahead of the election coming in May. They're old. So if you donate on July the 1st, you can bury your disclosure for up to 19 months. The technology is here to be able to disclose them immediately. All these billionaires, all these gigantic corporations, they have compliance departments. You make a donation, you're required to disclose it immediately, well, within a week. It will be simple, it will be clear, it will be easy to legislate. Sadly, there's no political will. Subscribe to this channel if you'd like to see reform.